On this video, I'm going to sing a song and then play it on my keyboard. This song is going to be about the contrast between the 5D reality and the 3D reality. The contrast and why life is such a bliss once you take yourself up to the 5D dimension, otherwise known as spiritual ascension. And you're going to see from the song why life is really, really worth taking to that level. Before I play it, like I said, I'm going to sing the song and I'm going to read it through my tablet. In the 5D, life happens for you. In the 3D, we simply have no clue. In the 5D, everyone is service to others and observing. In the 3D, everyone is selfish and self-serving. In the 5D, people don't play the blame game. In the 3D, people play the game and have no shame. In the 5D, clairvoyance is considered the norm. In the 3D, it is considered a deform. In the 5D, synchronicity is a part of the day-to-day routine. In the 3D, it is not considered and not taken notice or seen. In the 5D, hearts are connected and people don't fight. In the 3D, people fight and they are uptight. In the 5D, meditation is the key. In the 3D, it just can't be. In the 5D, life is about traveling through as temporary beings. In a costume, it is not real. In the 3D, what you see is what you get. And no, you cannot heal. In the 5D, the term twin flame has multiple meanings concerning lots of things and lots of realities. In the 3D, a loving connection between the souls it is all there is to it, with no discernment or attached strings. In the 5D, sadness and depression can be observed and interpreted through a neutral lens. In the 3D, life is so heavy and it is so dense. And now I'm going to play it on my keyboard. This tune was actually taken from a Jewish Spanish song called Alla Kisumu, which is the blessings that Jewish people sing after they eat, the grace after meals. And it's a fascinating tune, a fascinating song about thanking God for giving us food. So I've used that tune, and I've used tune to this means of interpretation, of my means of interpretation, of how living in the 5D spiritual ascension is effectively everybody's wish. Of course, people are afraid of it because they're like, no, that's just too scary. But at the end of the day, when you move up to the 5D ascension, you realize that life becomes a lot more playful, a lot more joyful, a lot more exciting. And the density and the heaviness that we live in this 3D duality, us versus them, reality all around us, slips away and it dissipates. Now, today I was looking at I was really expanding on my research on the concept of the twin flame, and that's why I mentioned it in the song, because when it comes to the topic of the twin flame, people get very confused. They're like, no, twin flame could only be about somebody who's your twin flame and you live with them in synchronicity and you live with them like a hand in a glove type of thing. and it's a loving relationship. Thing is that no, there's so many different types of twin flames, and the type of twin flame which I often refer to is actually the twin flame which comes when there's a relationship between the narcissist and the people's pleaser. The reason why the narcissist picks on the people's pleaser in order to effectively hurt them and get at them and beat them down is simply for one reason. It's because the narcissist has sensed that this people's pleaser will not get back at them properly and will not be able to take revenge because their energy is so high. The people's pleaser has a pretty high energy. Obviously that's just before the people's pleaser gets himself off to a higher dimension, to a spiritual ascension. They have a high frequency, they are from a higher dimension, and the narcissist takes advantage of that because the narcissist type of person is typically very connected to the 3D polarity. That's their means of survival. That's their karmic play out here on Earth. And so the narcissist notices the high frequency in the people's pleaser, and they take advantage of them until the people's pleaser gets themselves back up into the right place, and then the narcissist has no playing game anymore, and the fight just dissipates. Now, I've often spoken about the concept of narcissism and what it means and how it correlates to my story. But I've actually realized with time that, when it comes to narcissism, when you get into a spiritual ascension, you could dismantle and remove the mask of the narcissist by simply not playing their game and by simply protecting your boundaries and not paying attention to the narcissist's game. Now, a lot of people, and I don't even get entangled in this, a lot of people get very carried away in their anger against the narcissist, and they have a very heavy heart against them. But if you've been following my channel, and if you've been following, particularly after I'd done the Ho'oponopono technique, and after I had covered Matt Kahn's concept pertaining to twin flame, you will have noticed that I've taken a totally different approach, because the narcissist is just there to magnify to us our points, our soft points, which need to be fixed, which need to be elevated, which need to be corrected. And they're actually there for a service to us. If we could, we would hug our narcissists, because our narcissists brought out the best within us. I know that the narcissists who were in my life, in my past, brought out the best within me. It took time. Of course it took time. But the narcissist brought out the very best within me. And in Jewish teachings, there's a concept which is called olive oil, which was squeezed out in its purity and squeezed and banged out to its actual virgin drop. In other words, the best purity came out of me because the narcissists in my life beat me down to a place where I realized that I need to find myself in the deepest place from within. And I found myself eventually. But you should know that when I left one narcissist, I just came into touch with another narcissist. And when I left that narcissist, it was like a chain until I finally fixed what needed to be fixed. Until I finally stopped playing this victim. I am a victim mentality. And I fixed the problem. I just kept falling. It's amazing, my story. If you know my story, you'll know how many times I fell back into the palm of a narcissist again and again and again and again and again and again. It was probably a total of like 5 or 6 narcissists which just came on my journey of life in order to remind me exactly what I need to fix. And because I wasn't fixing those things that need to be fixing, because I am by nature a people's pleaser, and I'm still not in the perfect place which I want to be. So I am by nature a people's pleaser. And because I am a people's pleaser, I kept on falling back again and again. And people who even look similar to the previous narcissist, which preceded the narcissist which preceded that narcissist. It's very interesting. And again, it really correlates to the concept which you see when you get into the spiritual ascension, that universe will put in front of you the people you need to get you to a higher level of ascension. That's basically how I see narcissism. If I could, I would hug my narcissists of the past. Obviously, I'm not going to hug them because you don't get into contact with narcissists. They're not the safest people to get into contact with, and it's not advisable. But they actually brought out the best spark within me. And today I look back and I'm very grateful for them. In Jewish teachings, there's a concept which was alluded to, and it came to when it particularly came to the tragedy of Haman, when Haman wanted to kill out the Jewish people. And the Jews praised Haman thereafter. After Haman was hung, they praised Haman. They said, if you get drunk to the point where you forget Haman's name, that is praiseworthy, because you realize from a deeper self, from a deeper sense of self, the importance of acknowledging and realizing why Haman did what he did. And that was in order to unite the Jewish people and to get them to realize that deep sense of self and the deepest core identity. That's what narcissists do for us, and we should actually praise them, and we should be very grateful to them, because they bring us to the best and the most refined place which we effectively want to be. That's my message today. What did you think about my playing on my keyboard? I do think I might be also doing some guided meditations in the future. I really enjoy. I've heard other spiritual leaders who talk about guided meditations, and I quite enjoy doing that kind of thing to help people through guided meditation. My YouTube channel is all about helping people. I love helping people, and I'd love to be able to do that and be service to others whilst I'm in the 5D ascension journey. If you enjoyed today's video, press the like button, and if you have any comments, leave your comments in the comment section down below. And why not smash the like button, like my teacher Aaron Doherty here on YouTube says, smash that like button. I think it's quite funny. Every day when he says, I start laughing. Today he found like a few different terms for it. I think one term was smash the like button, or crash the like button, or devour the like button. Like a bunch of different terms which really made me laugh and giggle. If you enjoyed this video, why not feel free to share it away with your friends, family, acquaintances, peers, neighbors, and even grandma. Why not? Feel free. I think that joke's getting a little stale now. So let's say even the uncle you have living down the road. Why not share this video with him as well? Or your aunt, for that matter. I want to wish you high vibes, high frequency. Thanks so much for coming to watch my videos. Thanks so much for coming along with me on this amazing journey of happiness and bliss. I love you so much. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I love you tons.